I really enjoy finding obscure and sort of lesser known artists. And as far as musicians goes and music and bands go, and one band that I recently discovered a couple weeks ago is, I want to say they're from Germany. I think they're from Germany. I know they're from Europe. Definitely, they're not from North America, meaning the U.S., Canada, or Mexico, or any other Central or South American country. They're definitely European. As far as what country in Europe they come from, not 100% sure, but I want to say it's Germany. I could be wrong. If somebody knows any more information about the band, I don't know, maybe you can confirm or deny whether they are from Germany or not. And that band is probably one of my new favorite bands, Gnome. They recently came out with their new album. I want to say, I think this is their second album, or first or second album. It's called King. They're a three-member band. Guitar player who's also the vocalist, the bass player who I want to say does backing vocals, and then a drummer who I have no idea if they do any vocals. Probably not. Their songs are in English, so I kind of like it when. I mean, I would probably enjoy their music even if it was in their native language, because I'm into that sort of stuff. But they released two singles as music videos, or actually three songs as sort of like music videos. The first one was the first track on this album, Ambrosius, which is probably one of my favorites. And then the next one was Wenceslas, which is the first one that I heard from them, which is my second favorite song. And then they released Krakenwanker as the third song. And the way they say Krakenwanker, it's a Krakenwanker, but the way they say it, it kind of makes me think they are from Germany, or at least a country that speaks a Germanic language, like the Netherlands or Belgium or Germany, obviously. But they're a very good band. I do enjoy their music. And so I pre-ordered, or actually I don't think I pre-ordered it. I ordered their album only expecting to get the album from their label, Polder Records. And they actually sent a couple things. They sent over this sort of like advertisement, which, probably they send in with every album that you purchase from them, regardless of what band you're buying an album from. So whatever. I'll probably just keep that just as an interesting thing. And then one thing I found interesting, which I'll get to in a second, that they sent me, but they also sent a label sampler album, which has songs from, I think, all of the other bands that are on the label Polar Records, which is interesting. I don't think I've ever seen any other record company or record label do that, which is interesting to me. I like that. So you can, get a sample of, a taste for the other bands that are on the label, and, kind of listen to them and all that stuff. So I might actually listen to some of these bands on here to see if I like them or not. And then the one thing that I did find very interesting is they sent a postcard that is handwritten postcard. I know it just says, "Thanks for your support, keep rockin'," but the fact that they hand wrote it and signed it and threw it in is really interesting to me. I love it when they do that. They didn't have to, but uh, I, I really found that to be sort of special to me, because that means that, to me, that shows that they took the time to potentially write one of these out for each person that ordered each person that orders an album off of their record label. Now, I don't know if this Tom person is not in Gnome. He's not one of the three members of Gnome, so that leads me to believe that he is one of the people who works for Polder Records. Maybe he's one of the executives, or maybe he owns Polder Records. But either way, it's something that it just kind of goes the extra mile and shows that they really care about the people who like their music. So, I mean, that to me, that's just, I find that stuff interesting, and I'm definitely gonna keep this because I don't know. I kind of like stuff like that. Like they didn't have to, but they threw it in anyways, just as like a small little gesture of appreciation for people supporting them. And I don't know. I kind of like that stuff. It's the small things, but it kind of it adds up in the end. So you definitely won't see any of the larger labels like Luma Vista or any of the other well-known record companies doing stuff like this. At least not that I know of. So yeah, that to me was interesting. I definitely will keep supporting not only Gnome but other bands on the Polder Records label. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, keep rocking.